Well and truly on to become the first ever Saudi Arabia darts master. 4 high-quality quarterfinals to start before semi-finals, and the final will round off the action at a packed global theatre. Stephen the Bullet Bunting, well, he had a fantastic year on the World Series of Darts last year. 4 finals, 2 titles. Can he get his hands on the title here in Riyadh? The world number 7 beat Tomoya Goto in the opening round, but he takes on the record-breaking Michael van Gerwen. This is 51st appearance. Nobody has more than that, and no one's got more than the 17 World Series wins that van Gerwen has, plus 6 World Series of Darts finals titles as well. He beat Nitin Kumar, also 6-1 last night. Very impressive, Michael van Gerwen. Ian Dancher alongside me for the opener, and Ian, this is a really intriguing game to kick things off. Van Gerwen's got the better head-to-head record, we know that, but this is new ground.
He does, and Stephen wants a bit of revenge for what happened last week at this stage in the Bahrain Darts Masters, where MVG got the job done in the quarterfinals. But Bunty has the darts in the odd-numbered legs. We're still first to 6 at this stage in the competition. The matches will increase in length as we go through to the semi-finals and the final. And certainly Michael van Gerwen has got the look of a player who's just making those little baby steps, Mark, back to where he would most like to be in terms of his form and the way that other players fear him as well.
Yes, steady start from both players then here. Van Gerwen in the green bit looking, sorry, the red bit looking for the first max. Doesn't quite get it. But a decent quality start from both here. Winner of this one will take on either Nathan Aspinall or Man Lok Leung, who play next.
That dart drift into treble 5, and he had at least 11 darts yesterday, Michael, drift into that treble 5 when he looked well placed to get 180 scores. It's one thing you want to cut out of his game. He just drifted into single 5 there on that visit. So Bunting, who averaged 93 in seeing off Tomoya Goto of Japan yesterday in one of the rudimentary victories for the PDC Elite Stars. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what MVG was looking for. Pressure on the Bunting throw mark.
Yeah, puts a different slant on this one, 4-1. That's not going to go, so Van Gerwen's going to get an early chance to break here. Good last start from Bunting, but Van Gerwen first in then. He was 60% on the doubles yesterday, double 16. And that's a clinical start from the green machine, who gets an early break of throw.
Well, it's no great surprise to see Michael playing like this and finishing like this. When you talk to him and you see the confidence is really roaring back into him after what's been a fairly difficult 12 to 18 months for the green machine in so many different ways. Only needed to average 91 to see off Nitin Kumar yesterday, but that win last week in Bahrain just giving them that extra kick, and he looks really nicely focused at the start of this one.
Yeah, he does, and he's got a good advantage on his own throw here. Bunting a slow start to the second leg, and already a little bit of a shake of the head. Good switch to the 18s, and that's a very nice visit after what was a disappointing opening dart.
Both of these will be in the Premier League when that kicks off next month. Stephen finished 8th in last year's Premier League Jamboree. Was in no way going to get close to the playoffs on finals night, but he's been retained, and he'll want to have as good a year as he did last year. Best ever year for earnings last year, Stephen Bunting.
And Gerwen down to a finish. What can Bunting leave after this visit? Decent last start, but Van Gerwen needed a treble. Not that one. Oh, that's a great adjustment. In the treble 18, so now he's coming back down. Well, that was way off. It wasn't the way he envisaged going out there, and he's allowed Bunting a shot at 118.
So treble 20, first order of business. Wanted another treble to leave double 19, but he's let Van Gerwen back in here, but he's got to burn a dart to get to a double.
Yeah, 3, just about hit. Oh, what can you see of this? Having to move along the hockey. This is a big dart early on here, and he's missed the double 2, so Bunting gets an unexpected pop at the 60.
Well, there's the single, but it just blocks the bed a little for the double, so he's got to shift as well. That's a poor dart. 1 in hand at double 10. He's got it for an 18-dart hold of throw. Shouldn't expect a whole throw from 6 full visits, but that's what he's done, Bunting. And we're all square at 1-1.
A couple of breaks early on. Bunting saves the opening visit with a 57. Well, some people have come further than others, of course, to see here the opening event of the Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia, the Darts Masters. Quarterfinals underway here. Bunting, I think, will count himself fortunate not to be 2-0 down here, but he'll be determined now to nudge himself back in front.
Very respectful crowd in once again, as you've heard. Dead silent whilst the players are at the hockey. Warm applause for any decent score that's posted. Bunting ahead in this third leg. Trying to hold throw, consolidate what he's just done after that elongated second leg. It's a good turn.
It's interesting watching the makeup of the crowd, isn't it? They've got their favourites wherever they go in the world. And Bunting with plenty of supporters here. And I'll be hoping he can make light work of this 194 remaining.
Saw a fair few Dutch shirts last night, didn't we? Dotted in amongst the hundreds that were here. Oh, again, wrong treble from Van Gerwen, but that's another great readjustment on treble 18. But Bunting's down to a finish first.
Yeah, and Van Gerwen's not, so he's got 2 goes at this. Oh, now then, that was a loose start. Can he find that red bit? No, that is a really poor visit from Stephen Bunting, who had the advantage, but he's left the door open here.
Particularly when Van Gerwen does this.
134. Stephen required 105.
Great scoreboard pressure from the 3-time world champion and multiple World Series of Darts winner. Great treble 19, though, 16. Leaves double 16 for Bunting.
73. Mark, will you require 4?
Well, the pressure from Van Gerwen, the setup shot left tops. Now he's looking at 2 10s. For a third successive break. Needs to be a lot closer than that, and he is right in the bottom of the bed. And it's Van Gerwen who nudges back in front here. 2 legs to 1. Now can he become the first player in this quarterfinal to hold their throw?
He's not happy with that second dart. That it might affect what he might do with a third dart in the same area. Great cover shot. Just a bit under pitch there from Bunting. Twice a Euro Tour winner last year.
100.
Yeah, Van Gerwen is averaging pretty much what he averaged last night. Bunting has fallen a little bit below that level, and it's showing early on here, but still plenty of time to swing that around. The bullet looking for a 2 treble visit, and he finds 1.
82.
Treble 7's his friend so far this evening, isn't it? MVG.
Well, you mentioned that drift into the green bit at the top of the board. He's drifting into the 7s bed tonight at the bottom of it.
There's something going on there. Meanwhile,
125.
bit of drift from Bunting as well.
Yeah, and it denies him a shot at the big fish.
84.
Again, a last start treble saves the visit for Van Gerwen, but Bunting will be eyeing up 2 visits at this. The 185.
Yes. 105.
Well, let's see what MVG can do from 138. There's the treble 20. treble 18 would have left double 12.
98.
So
You
close.
require 80.
But Bunty's got a chance here.
Yeah, may only get one dart at it, and it will be. No, he doesn't want to block the bed here. Again, he's going to have to move. Big dart to level up the match again.
60.
And it's a dart missed
Michael, you
for
require
Stephen
40.
Bunting. And this could be crucial because Van Gerwen looking for a two-leg cushion. Once again, he's down on 10s. Now he's back up for 5s. And Michael Van Gerwen makes 3
Stephen,
big
you require
errors there.
20.
And Bunting with a chance to level up at 2-2.
Doubling, deserting both of them so far. 2 from 10 for MVG, but that's better from Bunting.
Stephen Bunting.
And it's breaks everywhere you look.
Throw first. Game in.
2-2 the score in a race to 6. And neither player is quite at the average levels that they were last night.
Yeah, Michael Van Gerwen has had 3 darts in both of the legs that Bunting has won. You see that 2 from 10 for the green machine.
85.
It's funny, they didn't meet that often in the Premier League last year, only twice across that whole 17-week run. 1 win apiece in quarter-final games. And one of Bunty's finest moments was beating MVG to win the Masters 2 years ago. And even though Van Gerwen's got a fantastic head-to-head record against Bunting of 23 wins to Bunting's 5, Stephen has won 3 of the last 7 meetings, so he's got better in recent times over Van Gerwen.
59.
Does anybody want to hold throw here?
Well, it's a good question. Michael Van Gerwen closing in on another potential break of throw here. Race to 6. Winner will play Aspinall or Leung in the semi-finals later tonight. Just the 1-180 so far. That went the way of Van Gerwen.
100.
At the moment, it just feels like Van Gerwen's doing just enough, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bunts up to Bunting now to reduce the arrears.
Yeah, Bunting's average has dropped quite considerably. And the treblers' visits are going up.
50.
And there's another one.
Mark, you require 116.
Eminently gettable for Van Gerwen, this. He wanted the treble 20 for double 18, but another drifter.
42.
But no harm done with Bunting back on that high score.
No, but he's only left a potential shot where he might only get 1 at a double, but
81.
Bunting is scrabbling around at the minute. 74 then to go back in front. That's a perfect first start, double 16. That's brilliant from Van Gerwen. Might have missed a few doubles tonight, but he made no mistake there. And once again, a break of throw sees the green machine in front.
Right in the corner, beautifully found. And once again, that drift into treble 5 happening all too often.
Well, Bunting,
Up come the socks.
yeah, Bunting will be kicking himself here. That
85.
despite Van Gerwen averaging under 90, he's not been able to top that either. Michael Van Gerwen, without getting out of second gear here,
60.
has got a chance to extend his lead to 2 legs.
Smarting after his 4-1 defeat to Gary Anderson at the World Championship, Michael Van Gerwen. So getting the job done in Bahrain, just the fillip to start his year. So we still have a chance of another break of throw here, although Bunting, that first dart didn't help him, but that takes advantage of some loose darts from Van Gerwen.
Yeah, it's a nervy way to start the night, that is for sure. Both played pretty well last night. They've been nowhere near that yet. Can Bunting weigh in here from 194? Throws from right on that far corner of the ock as we look.
100.
That's another steady visit from him, and he will get a go at the double. Van Gerwen here, looking to fill it up for a second maximum. Again, that loose start into the 5
Stephen,
segment.
you require 94.
They're mounting up. I hate to say it. So treble 20 for double 8 would be the outshot.
54. Mark will require 127.
Will he be back?
Well, he made mincemeat of finishes like this in Bahrain, but he wasn't throwing darts like that in Bahrain.
55.
So Bunting, for a 6th successive breaker throw, he's looking at tops. This for 3-3. And that is a good adjustment from the bullet. Oh, it's been a bit of a war of attrition first up, but we're all level after 6.
Makes it a very fascinating game of darts. Does always have to be rat-a-tat-tat maximums and ton-plus checkouts. Sometimes these attritional games can be just as fascinating. We're still waiting for someone to hold their throw. Says the second maximum from Van Gerwen. No treble 5-itis on that visit.
85.
Bunting comes back with just the 1 treble, so advantage Van Gerwen early in leg 7 here, and he's back in the green bit.
96.
So Van Gerwen once again goes favourite for the leg, and yet another breaker throw.
Well, we got 3 darts into the perfect 9 on that occasion. Don't forget that provision is there, $100,000 to a player that can hit a 9 darter, and then a chance for a perfect 10 to double their prize money if they can then subsequently hit the Riyadh season bullseye.
Yeah, and it might take a couple of maximums maybe to get the bullet going.
50.
Again, wayward, so 2 visits at Shanghai. Treble needed now to leave tops for another lead for Van Gerwen. Oh, that's a great deflection in, and that's a great finish from Michael Van Gerwen. First ton-plus checkout. It's the 7th successive break, and Van Gerwen leads 4-3.
2 away now, and that's our first ton-plus checkout of the evening.
83.
And now Stephen Bunting finds himself at a critical stage of this encounter, lost to Van Gerwen in the quarterfinals last week.
Well, doubling was his problem last week. His scoring's been a letdown. He's 3 from 7 on the doubles Bunting. When he's had a chance, he's generally taken it.
Yeah, Van Gerwen's doubling's not been the best, but that 120 finish give him a injection of confidence. And it's nip and tuck in this 8th leg. But now that's changed.
Successive legs with maximum, some mighty Mike. And he's closing in on a 5-3 lead here, and the bullet is struggling.
Mark will require 144.
Well, it won't go on this occasion, but he's got plenty of time to set this up.
98.
And set it up he does, Mark.
Yeah, even a 2 treble visit will feel light here from Bunting. Having to move along the hockey, just can't get that first dart right. That's more his line and length, and that was a good adjustment. He's asked a question. 46 for 5-3, single hit, double 16, double 8. Now then, the door opens for Bunting. This would feel like a steal.
Well, he's going to take his time here, the bullet. Perfect. He's gone 10 for double 16.
70. Michael, you require
a good centimetre away in the end.
Well, there's 2 times in this game he's missed. He was punished the first time. Is he going to be punished again? Well, Van Gerwen's getting closer, but no, inside. 5 darts missed here for Van Gerwen, and Bunting breathes a huge sigh of relief. He can level up the match here.
Is that a marker? Oh, that's right on the wire. No, it's got too far away.
Michael, you require 8.
Double 4 to hold throw. No, 2s now. Oh dear, what's happening out there?
Well, that last start was wayward, to say the least. Bunting was close with his efforts, but close in this game isn't good enough. They've got to go in. 8-8, the new target. 8th leg, a massive leg. And Bunting misses again. 7 missed starts for him. Van Gerwen's missed 8 for this leg. 2-2 he needs now. He's in the madhouse. That's a great marker. It's got to be this time. No! Wow.
What on earth is happening? It's deserted them, the ability to close out this leg. 24 darts Van Gerwen's hit. Bunting with his 22nd. Pins 8-8. That's 8 breaks in a row, but you never would have thought that was a break of throw in the offing, even 2 minutes ago. But here we are at 4-4.
That is quite simply an incredible leg of darts. And then Bunting, who has the throw, comes up with a troubleless visit. Oh, I'll tell you what, we could watch these two play 100 times again. They'd never play anything like this. As you said earlier, Ian, sometimes the missing adds to the fun, and, well, it's crazy darts here at the Global Theatre.
54.
And now the heavy scoring is deserting them. Oh, this is more like it.
120.
At least 2/3 of it look more like it.
Well, the minute 2/3 of it will do. A bullet in the red bit. In effect now, best of 3 game of darts.
25.
There's Russ Bray, global ambassador for the PDC, particularly in the Asian territories. And he uses that distinctive call to show that Van Gerwen means business once again to try and break the throw.
But he's left a bogey number, Van Gerwen, here, so Bunting will get a go at 137. Although Van Gerwen all of a sudden has found the trebles. Treble 17, his new target, doesn't find it. 137. We saw Van Gerwen take out a ton plus out to win leg 7. Could this be the first hold of throw? He had some dubious doubling in the last leg. A click of the wire, not good enough. He's going to be handy. Van Gerwen may only get 1 here.
Michael, you require 66.
Treble 10 for 18, and he pins it beautifully. A little shake of the head, like he's been in a daydream, Michael Van Gerwen. But now, a first hold of throw tonight affords Van Gerwen the chance to close this game out. Oh, sorry, another break, sorry, forgive me. Chance to get that first hold of the night to see the game out. But both players averaging well under 90. Bunting just over 80.
32.
And that visit's symptomatic of what's been going on with his game tonight.
You feel a big advantage for Michael Van Gerwen.
80.
And last start treble saves the visit. Aspinall against Lung to come. I think they'll be rubbing their hands at the prospect of facing one of these two in the semi-finals. The bullet finally on target, first maximum.
Well, where's that been? So Bunting, desperate for a 10th break of throw. He needed a 2 treble visit there. Hasn't found it. And Van Gerwen in pole position.
Yeah. Van Gerwen's scoring has been slightly better. Less said about the doubles, the better. 5 of 24 for Mighty Mike. But he's on a finish to win the match and win it in style. Got to go, but he's got a minimum 100 he needs here. Got to find the treble. Well, he's left the big fish, but he might not get a look at it.
Treble 19 would leave the bull. Bullseye for the match. Well, what a way to wrap things up. After what was a sluggish performance at times, Michael Van Gerwen, who won in Bahrain last week, advances to the semi-finals, beating Bunting again at the quarter-final stage. 6-4. Next up on stage, Michael van Gogh will play the winner of Nathan Aspinall and the Asian Hong Kong star, Man Lok Leung, the